And we're live.
All right, well. Welcome to the recovery room of Monday Night Heroes. Later on, we'll play a little game called Diseases of the Cast, but until then, we shall be playing old school essentials. Yes, we're back. We're playing Temple of Elemental Evil again, and we'll just wait for the deluge of fan mail saying, "What the fuck?" I tuned in for Heroes for Hire. So
you get fan mail?
No. But Heroes for Hire will be back. Just not today. So let's begin by introducing everyone and their characters as you dust off your sheets. And then we'll do a quick recap and get right into it. So when I call your name, just tell me what disease you have and who your character is. Matt.
I'm Dhagmark Ironrin, Cleric of the god Morodin.
Brian.
What? Squidder Cutbait, Master Bard, Raconteur, and all-around rascal, and Master of the Bagpipe.
Cowbell.
And the Cowbell.
Yeah, but is he a master?
Goat Bell.
Yeah, it should be a goat bell. Timpani, General Disgruntled Drow Ranger.
So disgruntled.
Let's see if we can get her gruntled. And then finally, last but not least, there is Rodney.
I am playing Sylric the Elf, and my disease is raised dead recovery.
That is true. I'm Steve. I'll be refereeing this whole thing. So last time you guys had fought your way out of the third level of the temple complex with a friend. Where Sylric was in bad shape. Sylric had actually died and was raised deaded. I don't know how you would.
What do you got for that?
What the verb of that is?
He was realized
by Dhagmark, and they had to basically drag him out while fighting off a mess of bandits.
Just had to run into a coup, didn't we?
Who were rebelling against, because there wasn't enough blood for them, and they were rebelling against their leader Smigmal the Red, who turned out to be a pretty stand-up kind of gal.
Yep.
Yeah, you originally had cut a deal with her, and she tried to keep her into the bargain, but her first mate, I think that was that? No, that's not Florence. Akarat, right?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah.
It's been 6 weeks. You can name them whatever you want.
All right. Anyway, you fought your way out of there and made a friend in the process. As Smigmal is the leader of the bandits that go on raiding parties for the temple. You have gained, though, through all this, this artifact, which looks like a bowling ball with a skull mouth.
Wait, so that skull from
Mystery Men?
Yeah, where's Janine Garofalo?
The orb of golden death. It is it's basically a carved out orb, carved in the shape of a skull with a crown, with four voids for gemstones.
A universal symbol of friendship and harmony.
And who actually was handling this? Because no lawful
Don't actually
character,
remember.
no lawful character can touch this object.
It wasn't me. I remember that much.
I believe it was in the soiled
Not gonna be me.
hands of Squidder Cutbait.
Yes. It's a cause to me, gang.
Right. And so you find yourselves healing up, gathering your strength back in the moat house where you had made your new quarters. So there are a couple of things. The people that you had left in charge kind of have been accepting the new guests that you've sent that way, including a troll named Pete and his pet Hydra.
Hail, Hydra.
Yeah, the
Name.
Hydra
wait.
was good to us.
God,
It was
yeah.
Pete, for that matter.
Pete was the Hydra?
Oh, Pete was the Hydra? I thought Pete was
No. Yeah, Pete was a troll.
Pete's the troll.
Right.
I don't remember what the Hydra's name was.
Who else died that week?
There's been a lot of death, so I cannot remember.
Who died the same time as Pete Rose? Because that's
Not Luther Vandross.
Most morbid game of bar trivia ever.
Yeah.
Anyway. So
Steven
the
Dead.
Hydra is there.
Chris
Pete is
Christopherson.
It wasn't Chris Christopherson.
Oh,
there. Oh, it was Bobby.
Bobby
It was
McGee.
Bobby McGee.
Bobby the Hydra. All right. If the continuity is fucked with this and it's reversed, sorry, but my motto is continuity is for suckers. So anyway, they would like to know what you need to be doing with them. There's definitely provisions and stuff to feed them, but they now lack a purpose. Before they had a purpose, which was raid, send bodies to the temple. But they no longer have that purpose. So they would like to know what they should be doing, especially considering that a lot of them are not accepted humanoid people. There's a lot of there's a troll, there's some bugbears, there's some gnolls. You've got like some traditional antagonistic races hanging out here, very close to Hamlet. So they would like to know what they should be doing here.
How good are you guys at agriculture?
Well, define good. I don't think we're good enough to grow anything in the swamp, because remember the moat house is kind of in a swampy area. I mean, we've been trying to keep it vermin free.
Yeah, that's a worthy goal. Vermin extermination.
Well, I mean, the moat house itself. No, we found a giant snake that we got rid of, and there was a spider, and did you know you had a patch of green slime on the basement steps, at the bottom
Oh,
of the
yeah.
basement steps? Yeah, and I don't know how to say this, but there's somewhat of a ghoul issue. Not huge.
That's
Let
a
me
load
just look for you
bearing
guys because she
ghoul.
does not. She was at the Knoll encampment for a while. Didn't know anything else about this damn place.
But other than that, that's all maintenance, and that's fine. But
You know,
they're
they want
curious
something to
as to
do.
what to do with the relationship with the village, because those guys are, eventually they're going to say that's where all the bad guys are, and they're going to come out with pitchforks and stuff.
Are there other? But I'm conversing with our party because I actually don't know any of the politicking in the area. Well, what was the situation here before things ended up like they were?
They were bad guys.
Well, I get that they were the bad guys. I'm starting to question whether some of us were the bad guys.
We are not the bad guys. Look at all the lives we
I'm
spared.
pretty. Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Well,
If we killed people, they were all bad.
That is not for me to judge unless I'm involved.
Mhm.
And as far as I'm concerned, that had
Mhm.
nothing to do with me.
well, also there have been several raiding parties that have come out to prey on merchants out here. That thought they can use. Pardon me. That thought they can use the moat house as their base. We disabuse them of that assumption, but like I said, it doesn't help our general reputation to have raiding parties coming out here. So, how's everything going from the temple? Also, we had an envoy at some point come out here looking for Larenth.
Oh yeah, that was the pretty one, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna prove to be inconvenient at some point if we don't hurry up and kill everybody in that damn temple.
Who was the envoy?
It was a cleric of fire, a fire nation cleric, fire cult cleric.
Potato, potato.
And then Fire Nation attacked.
Zuko is where? Well, I mean, the easiest way to get the villagers on our ragtag group of what the fuckery here is to perhaps deal with that raiding party that keeps coming by before they get here and like display, hey, we're not the ones attacking you, they are, and we've taken care of that. So we're on your side.
Oh, that always works.
Well, it's true.
Not
We
always.
haven't been
Right.
back to town since we established a foothold here.
I've never been to town.
Oh, well, you'll like it.
Oh,
We have some friends in town as well.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Some people we haven't seen in 20 episodes.
Did you guys happen to skin that snake that you said
Probably
you
been
found?
No.
Damn. Snake skinned items go far with making friends with people that don't know if you're good or bad. Hey, we have these snake skin belts. Would you like some?
We'll keep that in mind. I was thinking that if you could go to town and let them know what's going on out here, and possibly tell them that our services are available for protection, mercenary work,
Yep.
bodyguard, that kind of thing, that might go a long way as well.
Indeed.
I agree.
Only one way to find out.
But I think really the biggest protection for us all, because if the raids continue, and let's face it, we can put out fires, but we can't, unless we dam the source, we can't stop them. They're going to see that it's gnolls and bugbears, and there's only so much goodwill that is going to be in the bank before somebody goes, I know where there's gnolls and bugbears, the old moat house.
As a drow, I understand your dilemma.
So, speaking of that, how is everything going with the cleansing of the temple?
Well, we've had a setback. Point to the sickly one next to us. Sylric.
Okay.
Eat your keen.
Who is speaking with us? The guy we left in charge?
Yes.
Are we alone in our office?
You can be, yes.
Okay. Squidder, show him.
Yes. Show him. Oh. Yes, I've been out for cowbell.
Not the cowbell.
I was
We have
hoping
found
that's what you would
treasures.
do. I was hoping that was what you were going to do. Rick's a fucking cowbell and it's fucking goats. Like, that's not what I meant.
Low rider. Go faster.
Really, those goats are the best of best.
Oh. Oh, you mean the other fish? Of course.
Yes.
Well, I present you the orb of friendship.
Not the orb of.
Well, so for
What?
those of you who are Grateful Dead fans, it kind of looks like a Steal Your Face, but evil.
Oh,
But evil.
But evil. So, like if fish had a symbol.
It's the symbol of the ungrateful living.
What? Ingrate?
Yeah. So he like kind of his jaw drops. There's an audible gasp, and he says, "Where did you get that?" Shit.
We just found it. Yeah, it just, we came upon it, and now it is yours for a pittance.
No.
No?
He looks at it and says, "May I?"
maybe.
Reaches out
No.
for it. May I?
No. We're just showing you. We're not trying to give it to you. Don't be ridiculous.
I mean, is he sitting there with a
This is
fucking
an artifact.
like? Is he Schmeagle about this, or is he just like
No,
in
you're
awe?
having a conversation.
Okay.
He's in awe of it. He's kind of like, I've only heard rumor of this.
In all fairness, we barely want Squidder touching it.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, we don't really want it either.
that it's missing the yellow skull is missing a few of its fabled accoutrement, but this is huge. Why with the gems, this thing has the power to cleanse the evil that lies at the heart of the temple.
That's good, right?
I'm sorry?
That's good, right?
Of course. But I mean, as it stands, he says it's fabled that the orb, and so just so you know, it's like a 3-inch sphere, shaped like a human skull without the lower jaw.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, the user of this can. Well, there's so much that you can do with the gems, but without them, you can detect lies and know somebody's just disposition in their hearts, whether they
Oh.
serve chaos or law. You it
Oh,
has
let's be in a
it has
bar.
the power
Excellent.
that has the power to poison and to cure poisons.
Oh, but can't
But
do that.
But the greatest thing is its effects on the temple's inhabitants.
Mm.
They almost have to obey you.
Oh,
Well, all right. So
okay.
in game, like so at will, you can detect lie, no alignment, cast poison, or neutralize poison.
That neutralized poison might be useful.
Effectively to chaotic creatures, technically chaotic evil, but since there's no good or evil, just law and chaos. Chaotic creatures, your effective charisma is a 20
Yes.
unless you're pissed off.
Oh.
If you are angry, your charisma drops to -3.
Jesus.
Oh. At least it's not too far. But still.
Well, but that -3 has a thing called the awe of horror.
Aww.
So you have a reaction adjustment when you're angry. You have this reaction adjustment of 4 hit die, or a plus. Oh no, it's a -50% reaction adjustment up to 4 hit dice worth or levels worth of creatures of chaotic evil. They have to be chaotic. But that also comes with a stunned reaction. So, and that is just now back to him talking. That's just for starters, though. I mean, with the various gems, you should be able to actually take out.
Thanos.
Yes.
Hmm.
So
But can we take over the world? Just asking for a fiend.
I think that's the idea behind this whole goddamn thing. But if this were to get into the hands of the wrong hands, but if this were to get into the hands of Zugtmoy, I think there would be no stopping her.
Maybe if we are really nice.
Well, I think that she would probably stop at nothing to gain access to this skull. They say that deep within the temple, there are they have access to small versions of the elemental planes. And when the people of Hamlet attacked the temple years ago, that they cast these gems into those pocket dimensions to prevent everything from coming together. But obviously, they didn't do a good enough job because, well, you see what's happening.
Oh.
Can it be destroyed?
I think it has to be able to be destroyed.
Can we combine it with an even more powerful artifact once we've got all the other parts of the artifact?
Well, I would say that our bard should make a lore roll to see if he knows anything about how to destroy the damn thing.
I'll be right back.
Indeed, but it should make it. Let me go grab my dice.
Oh yeah, we're playing
Now
gaming dice.
No, I have to get the good dice for this one. No cursed dice. Oh, tonight. Let's see. Roll. What did we work?
I think you have a 2 in 6 chance of hitting that lore.
Well, I've got a 2, so that.
Okay,
Right.
so you know, just thinking back into the history of the region, that you don't know exactly how the thing can be destroyed. You do know that in order for it to actually be destroyed, all 4 gems need to be inserted properly into the skull, and then there's a ritual that must be performed in precisely in order to finally shatter the skull.
How precise?
Like, you can't say necktie.
Oh, classics. Okay. We can learn the rituals. That's what we go to bard school for.
So I think that you should seek these planes, these nodes of elemental evil, and find the gems and destroy the skull.
Is that the only option?
Well, I mean, if you want to get rid of the temple in one fell swoop, that'd be the best way to do it. I mean, even if you fight your way through the countless ogres, ettins, giants, trolls, spellcasters that are down on that 4th level of the complex, somebody else will just swoop in. That's what happened the last time. But I'm sure while you can kill 2 birds with one stone, while you brave adventurers are exploring the nodes, we can conduct research as to how to destroy the damn thing once and for all. Or if you know somebody in Hamlet who can do it for you, or Nulb.
We do have some connections in Hamlet that we can probably work.
Yeah, I mean, now I know
if
that
if Dhagmark is okay with working with the St. Cuthbert people.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, we have money because that's the only thing they seem to understand.
well,
Mm.
if you recall, the head of the St. Cuthbert people, who's currently in disguise in Nulb.
Oh, she's in Nulb? I thought she was in Hamlet.
No, she is in Nulb.
Okay.
She was disguised as the old crone, if you remember correctly.
Okay.
Name was
That's right. That's the bad parish.
Mother Tidaret, right?
Mm-hmm.
She had said that they were getting a little bit too greedy with her away.
Mm.
Well, it's possible
It's been a while.
we did rat these guys out, so it's possible she could be there in Hamlet checking up on these guys.
Well, that would make life easier.
That would.
I need to restock on some holy water.
Mm.
Well, the moat house is kind of halfway in between, right?
Yeah, the Moon House is actually closer to pardon me. It's closer to Hamlet. It's kind of like at the edge. Not the edge of town, but
Well, we need to go to Hamlet to vouch for the reputation of our people here. Have you set any construction crews together to start renovating the exterior?
we have not. That construction crews cost materials. I think we can take care of the construction, but materials cost money.
Yep. Which would be another reason to head back to Hamlet to make some arrangements for materials.
All right. And you do know, if you recall, you had encounters with the builders over there while excavating the ruins under the building project that they're doing into that barrow.
Right.
Soul-sucking monsters and whatnot.
Ooh. Oh, right. Soul.
Yeah, before you came along there, Timpani, there was quite the supernatural shenanigans going on.
Mm.
I'm not surprised. I got
How
turned
could
into a
you?
vampire for a little while fucking around with these people. This is not surprising.
Mm. Yeah.
Well,
be
wherever
They
we're
go running
going,
around all sputtering.
wherever
You're
we're
not-
going, I feel like I could sleep for a week.
Probably should sleep for a week. Actually, we should all get some rest.
I
One
strongly support this idea. Let's keep on it. Mm-hmm.
one.
Oh, I still figure out.
1 week later.
1 week later.
All right, yeah. So you guys can give yourselves your health back. You can give yourselves your spells that you want. All that great stuff.
Sweet.
And currently, if you don't mind, I know like the clerical stuff is boring, but what is everybody's current level? So Dhagmark.
Level 6.
And Squidder.
Hold on. Checking. We checking it. a self-view off of my official Squidder progress chart that says, damn it, yeah, still level 5.
Sylric,
4.
Timpani.
5. Hey, how are you only 4?
Elf.
Because he's an elf.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So yeah, 1 week later.
Feel oddly refreshed.
You're telling me.
And I am ready to befriend some animals. Be friends to fish.
So you guys head into Hamlet. We're not even going to. I don't want to role play selling all your crap. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to borrow a page from Traveler. And I'm going to use Flex Die to see how much under or over you get for what you have. Does that sound fair?
Fair until it isn't.
Even out. All right. So you are able to, much to the chagrin of the merchants, you are able to get the face value of whatever you're trying to sell because it was even out.
Are we selling the orb?
No.
No. Okay, just checking.
So that would be at well, there's only one place to go, unfortunately.
Yeah, but they're loaded.
It's been so long since we've been in Hamlet. It's number 13. Yes. So that would be the smarmy Ranos and his partner Gremeg.
Yeah, definitely do not show that orb to the two of them.
I mean, I don't think we should be showing the orb to anybody except for the old lady that helped us back in the other place.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And these two are operatives of the temple themselves, if I recall correctly. Who are our people, our ringers. We're supposed to be setting up shop here in Hamlet to put these guys out of business.
Oh, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You really can't. You can't sell your stuff to yourself. Either way. So yes, so you get the fair market value, much to the chagrin of Messrs. Ranos and Gremeg. Yeah, they definitely give you some side eye, and you get that feeling of I know that you know that I know that you know, kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
While you're negotiating. the long and short of it is you can take everything on your equipment lists, your treasure lists that you did want to keep, and turn it into its gold value, and there you go. You have gold. You definitely have there's definitely a sense of we don't have that kind of gold, that kind of cash on us. We're not that liquid. It will take us a few days at least to come up with the funds. So,
Okay.
Guess you better get the rounding up that money on.
I guess so.
And no good.
Well, I guess we'll just have to have it.
Till we see coin. It's only fair.
yes,
You need to have a benefit concert to raise that money.
I definitely understand, but there seems to be competition in town these days. Somebody set up their own shop.
Yeah.
How dare
And
they?
why I'm glad that you have trusted us, who have been in this town for generations, with your needs. But they have been known to undersell us.
Oh. Such a tragedy. I guess you'll have to learn about the invisible hand. The mage hand of the market.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
pretty
big B.
unforgiving.
So yes, so give us a few days, a week to come up with your fund. Good sirs and madam.
That seems reasonable. But let's see if I can charm him into working a little faster.
Well,
Oh.
you know where to find us.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And
So
time is money.
Who's been that's the thing, is we don't know where to find you, do we?
The inn, jackass.
Of course. Of course.
Timpani leans closer to you. Why does he talk like that?
Because it creeps Becky out.
Because he's a sleaze.
So if you can do me a favor, who's been keeping track of your gold?
Me.
All right. So when you have the time, just figure out what you're keeping, what you're not, and how much gold it is.
Okay.
It'll all be just like whatever it says in the book.
Okay.
I'm sure you want to keep some stuff.
Well, yeah. Anything that we have a actual gold value for, I've already tallied up. So we're carrying like 15 grand on us.
Okay.
The other 40 is in the bank in Nulb. But yeah, we have things like bracers of defense and leather armor +1 and stuff like that.
Go through that and see what you want to keep, what you want to get.
Wait, we have bracers of defense?
Yeah, they're wizard armor. Since they have a specific armor class when you put them on.
Huh?
All right. So what else did you want to do in Hamlet?
Well, we can visit the competition, see how the competition's doing. Need to talk to the contractors over at the mercenary fort.
Should we go see if Jiangxi is still dead?
That's Nulb. And
okay, never.
He's definitely dead because I'm carrying his head around.
Mm.
Yeah. Right.
I am also no longer afflicted.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And we can just get lit up.
All right. So you want to go to the. You want to go look into materials?
Yeah, let's go to the contractor first.
Okay. Great. The one thing that they don't have rules for. Oh,
Then
actually,
it should go a lot quicker.
no, but I want to be fair. But I think let's do that last. Let's do that
Probably
last.
stronghold building.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. So
that's a player's book, right?
yeah, I think it's toward the end. It might be in the GM's book.
All right. So let's do that last.
Okay, or we can just say we did it, and whatever the costs are, we'll work that out later.
Okay.
In bookkeeping
Well, I just
department.
wanted to get a little bit of, if you want to haggle a little bit on that, but well, I want to not do it arbitrarily.
Right.
Well, maybe strongholds are. All right. So, where did you want to go? That isn't the construction materials.
Our merchant brethren. See how they're doing.
Okay. So yeah, you go to the other shop where they oh friends, thank you so much for your steak and for rescuing us from the fate that we bound to.
What sort of reputation do you guys have in town right now?
Well, we are garnering quite the reputation, I guess. We have some steady customers. I think our competition does not like that, and there's definitely had to hire somebody to watch our stock at night. There's been several break-in attempts.
Oh, there has.
Yes, nothing that we can prove. And once we set a guard, they seem to have dropped off.
Tell me, are mercenaries tax deductible?
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Well, you have to pay your taxes to, I don't know, whoever's in charge of this province.
Mm-hmm. The MRS.
I don't know if they're tax deductible or not.
For we have acquired a fairly sizable cadre of seasoned warriors at the old moat house. They are of a effective but monstrous variety.
I'm assuming you don't mean monstrous as a metaphor.
Well, that depends on how you look at it. I find most of them to be quite charming.
Mm.
If not a tad bit odoriferous.
Oh.
Yes, we have bugbears. We have some gnolls. We have a hydra. And a troll.
What we call an artery.
I don't know if I don't know if the people around here take too kindly to a Hydra in their town, but you want us to employ your
Yes, they would make excellent caravan guards.
caravan guards.
Yes,
Why,
the road through the swamp is treacherous, and I've heard tale of raiding parties striking at caravans through there.
some of our caravans have not come, and we have certainly lost a little bit of gold due to bandit activity. Yeah, we can always use caravan guards.
Yes, and imagine that you are a raiding party and you're striking at this seemingly innocent and weak caravan, and suddenly a hydra pops out of the goddamn swamp.
Woo!
That's shock and awe right there.
Hydra.
That is
Oh,
marketable.
yeah.
I can see that working. What would the cost of this caravan be?
I believe we can come to some sort of agreement because they are friends of ours, and you are friends of ours.
Convenient.
So
Sure.
I'm sure the exact details you can arrange with the quartermaster at the moat house. By the name
Sure.
of Sir. That was so long ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Let's see.
Sir, look at my notes. Did I name? Was it Kakan? Khakan.
I believe.
Kakan. It is
Kakan.
now.
Yeah, he was Pretty Boy's assistant.
Yes. You know I changed everybody's name.
Right.
All right.
And
he
if they're
probably didn't
dead,
have
they're
one.
just known by their nickname.
He probably didn't have one at the time. Yeah. Kakan.
Yes, speak
I
with
will speak-
Kakan.
I will speak with this Kakan and make arrangements for this. Yes. How about? Yes.
Now, if
Is
you
there
could
anything-
also facilitate that services for some of your friends in the merchant community from parts far and wide, I'm sure we and Kakan and yourself can come to a beneficial arrangement of any profits that generates.
Yes. I'll work something out with him. Yes. If it works for us, let's give it a trial run and see if it works. If it works for us, then it might definitely, well, most definitely be marketable.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah. We'll circle back to that later.
Excellent.
And while we have you here, being such shrewd negotiators, you wouldn't have an in with the construction crews over at the mercenary keep, would you?
Well, they are definitely mercenary.
Well,
Or we'd be using them to guard our caravans, but they do charge quite a bit.
yeah, let's see if we can offer slight discounts over their going rates as well.
How would you do that?
Oh, I'm sure. Well, you know what they were offering you as far as pricing to guard your caravan in your warehouse.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I will say, and I'm not trying to sound, well, this is just going to sound horrible, but how can I put this? I don't think the people in this town would be ready for a Hydra or a
Oh, just
troll.
eat them. Oh, wait, no. Oh.
Well, we'll work up to that.
Yeah. Once I see what that Hydra can do.
Well, maybe we should talk to the mercenaries and
You do have, there are, humans and
right.
player character humanoids that inhabit the moat house as well.
Hmm.
Mostly human, but that I would assume there'd be elves and amongst the they're mainly gnolls and
Bugbears and
yeah,
one troll.
but but there's definitely at least Kakan. I guess I should
Is a human.
settle on something. Is a human, right? So
okay, well, that stuff can move behind the surface.
right.
Well, in that case, maybe we should just offer up some prayers to Morodin and come up with our next move.
It's okay. I have found the cost of structures.
Nice.
If you wanted to go to the construction,
Oh. What do you guys think?
You can do that. So.
What was that? Sorry, I was dealing with something.
Oh. He's found the rules for the construction cost if you guys wanted to go see the
Oh yeah, we can go
construction
ahead and deal with
cost.
that.
Brian?
Hmm?
Just
Yeah.
take that as a yes.
Why not? Do it.
What say you, Dhagmark?
I'm in.
Okay. To the lumberyard.
In we go. But I promise not to do too many wood jokes.
Okay. So you make your way down to the mercenary camp where everything's still under construction.
Alrighty. So, Squidder.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now, does this charisma effectively 20? Does that count only with chaotic evil?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Oh, we're not
Yeah,
evil, just chaotic.
well, they are contractors.
Are you asking me to try to get the family discount?
No, you're in charge of the negotiation.
Oh.
But,
all right.
But the orb doesn't help you, but you have the highest charisma.
Okay. So there's the carpenter, who I don't know, you might have met him, Gilbert.
Gilbert.
Name's out.
There's Gilbert the
Gilbert.
carpenter, who is the one who would you'd be hiring his people.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, it's Gilbert. You know Gilbert.
Yes, and his wife Sullivan.
Mm-hmm. Better than Gilbert, who was a nasty piece of work, as I recall, but that's the adventure. Anyway, hello, friend Gilbert. You remember me? 'Tis I, your friendly friend.
Oh
Squidder
yes,
Cutbait.
you're the ones that halted construction for 2 weeks while you went digging around in the barrow.
That's one way to describe our prior encounter. Well, we have come to you with some propositions of mutually beneficial opportunities. Well, haven't we, lads?
I'm sorry, I have no need to hire the Beatles for my daughter's sesquit.
People say that a lot, but they don't really appreciate the fact that they often run into unexpected complications that only people like us can get to.
So, what kind of deal you said are you offering?
Well, I'll let my colleagues here explain in some greater detail what we're specifically looking for here, and then I will see if I can sweeten the pot a little bit.
Okay, that was a clever
Dhagmark.
attempt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have no idea what you want.
Well, what do you have?
I'm a carpenter. I have wood
How much wood?
and access to the people who can put the wood where it needs to go.
Mm.
In structurally sound shapes.
Well, maybe, just maybe, talking to someone who needs 5 or 6 of your best men. Who would they be? Or
Well, whoa. What do you need? What do you need my best men for?
well, that depends on. Well, that depends later on down the line if you can tell us a little bit about what they do.
I can't very well tell you what my men are capable of until you tell me what your needs are. For all I know,
I can't tell you what my needs are.
you might want to. I'm not a shipwright. I couldn't build a ship.
Oh, I assure you, we don't need a ship.
Okay, that's progress. What do you need?
Good. How about someone who's good at building fortifications?
You need fortifications built.
What? Maybe.
What?
Or a siege engine.
He goes, well, and he points out the window to the tower that's under construction on top of the barrow. As you can see, that I have me along with the stonemason. We are fully capable. That would be Hildeswing. Between her and I, we can build fortifications.
All right.
What sort of fortifications are you looking at? And I mean, I have to ask this. Do you have permits to build this fortification?
Do you need those permits that badly if a little extra compensation is involved?
It depends on I don't even know what I'm building at this point.
Well, we're trying to get something built that's discreet.
Okay. I promise you that I won't tell anybody, but I still need to know what it is. Unless you want to hire me to build you a mystery fortification, I can do that, but I suspect that you probably wouldn't be satisfied.
I suspect so too, the way this is going.
So,
Do I need to break up a count now?
No.
Oh. This conversation
I'm
isn't
sorry,
getting
do
anymore,
any of-
guys.
do any of you folks know what you need?
Are you familiar with the moat house outside of town?
Of course. Of course. It was ruined like 20 years ago. The during the whole fracas. I mean, I wasn't here for that, but I've heard tell. I haven't generally give it a wide berth. Supposed to be haunted.
Mm-hmm.
So to speak.
Yeah.
Our little adventuring company has taken possession of that ruin, and we seek to begin to restore it so it may be used as a proper fortification in the swamp.
Okay.
If you were going to try to destroy such fortification, what would be the most vulnerable to?
I think you would have
Well-
to see it to be able to assess that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Probably.
take a look at
All right.
this thing. I suppose I should go.
Let's kidnap him.
No,
And
no
grant-
kidnapping. And
Oh.
just a heads up, sir, there are some normally not savory people that work with us, but they're all totally chill. All of them. So you are completely safe in our company. Except for the bard, which I can't really help you with that. He may assault you with bagpipes.
A
He
number
assaults us with bagpipes.
a number of strong hands
Very strong hands. That is a good way to put it.
are located at the moat house that work with us, and they are also available to assist you with the construction.
In fact, they'd
So
probably
you
love to
do
help.
not.
So you would need materials to rebuild.
Materials and architectural support.
Okay. And then in terms of labor, you would be supplying your own.
Yeah, they seemed pretty game to do it themselves, didn't they?
Yeah. Primarily, we
Mhm.
just needed to get materials to them, and they could begin
Mhm.
the renovations.
Well, I'll tell you what.
But please don't.
If we can go out there, we can make an appointment for tomorrow. I can go out there with the stonemason.
Okay.
Hildeswind, and we can come up with an estimate for you.
Sure, it might be
Materials and
best.
design.
Yeah, it might be best if we accompany you just to.
Actually, I'm down to come back and get them. I'm down to come back and get them when they're ready to come out there.
Okay. Yeah, we do need somebody to help smooth over the culture shock.
Culture shock.
You know, he just spent 10 minutes talking to Squidder. I think his cultural shock is pretty gone at this point.
We employ gnolls,
I think so.
bugbears, a lot of the
Oh,
ones
my.
who are raiding. We've redirected their efforts into a protective force.
In fact, they're looking to be bodyguards.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So this is kind of like a rehab for monsters.
You can call it
That
that.
is actually a good way to put that. Yes.
Hmm.
Interesting.
We like to think of it as job relocation.
Well, to be frank,
Oh, Frank.
Don't you make that joke.
I don't see the town being too keen on having a fortress of monsters right outside of their door.
Yeah, you're right.
You have to build something in between them and the door.
Well, now hold on.
Wait a second. Why are you what?
I didn't say it was an impossible ask. I just said that something like that would come with a little something extra for decorum's sake. You know, to prevent a panic.
Well, allow me to play you some music in order to soothe your concern.
They said soothe, not instigate.
Now, it might be better talking to the mayor.
Oh.
Or Burgermeister.
Go to the mayor.
I don't know who's in charge of this town. We've met them at some point because...
You have, because they sent you out to the Moat House.
You could just blame your near-death experience for your lack of memory.
All right. So there's a town council.
Ah.
The town council includes, I believe, members of the church, the archdruid,
the guy that owns the tavern.
The guy owns the tavern, the mercenaries. So yeah, so there's a town council that you would have to, and there's a village elder.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe start with the elder?
Or wait till the council is in session and march on in.
All right. So
unless you want to start,
you would
like,
know this
with individual
because
members.
you had yeah. So there would be the elder is Jeru. There's the druid Napat. There's the acting head cleric, as you well know now, Turjan. There's Papa Win, the captain of the militia. There's Nepot, the innkeeper. The miller, Mahadol. And then Byrne and Rufus, who are co owners of the mercenary company. I'm sorry, Papa Win was the captain of the militia. Did I say that?
Yes.
I might have said mercenaries. All right. So that is the town council. You have met, I don't think you've ever met Giroux. Oh, yeah, you have. You've met Napat, you've met Turjan. I don't think you've met Papa Win, you've met Nipot. And I think that's who you've actually interactions with before.
Yeah, the druid and the innkeeper.
The druid, the innkeeper, the cleric, and the elder.
Right. I'm just thinking of who our positive interactions were with.
All right.
Imagine that's a much smaller list.
I say we talk to Nipat, the innkeeper. And he might be
I'll
able
trust
to
your
just gather.
judgment.
He
I
might be
I
able
don't
to
know
gather
anything.
the others since we didn't return from our quest.
Ugh.
So it might be a good idea just to let them know we're back. We got a little sidetracked.
Is there a possibility these guys just gonna think you guys were dead and that we're ghosts? Well, you're ghosts because you never met me.
Mm.
No.
So where were you thinking of going for?
To the end.
Okay. To the inn. The Inn of the Welcome Wench.
Yes, that one.
Nice name.
The Rusty Wrench.
All right.
Mm.
So I will say, by the time you get into town and deal with these two people, it's probably like lunchtime. So there's a little bit of business happening at the inn, lunch service. But you are recognized as you come in. Oh, you're back. We didn't think it would take that long. We had written you off as just another victim of that moat house. But
Told you they thought you were dead.
Yeah, but they don't think we're ghosts.
Fair.
though I do see that that activity from the moat house has been curtailed, and there's still some banditry happening, but that is fairly normal. But it has subsided quite a bit.
That is correct.
So I take it you were successful.
Yes.
Well, just tell me all about it. Ale all around for the adventurers, and tell
So
us the tale of your heroism.
so we have claimed the moat house for ourselves and our little company.
Fantastic. Splendid. Couldn't happen to a bunch of nicer folk.
There's a slight catch.
Which is
But yo, how do you know this?
We've been developing a community there of reformed bandits.
reformed bandits.
Mm-hmm.
But not like reformed in the bad way.
Well,
Like reformed in the boring way.
well, I'm sure that not everyone's hands are quite clean. As a matter of fact, I hear tales told about our own mercenary company in town, and what some of those fellows have been up to. So I think that not everyone is is bad through and through, circumstances being what they are and all of that. So yes. That doesn't sound too bad.
Well, you remember the composition of some of the bandits in the area.
Yes. Well, I mean, I'm sure you dealt with the vermin as you see fit.
Well, we do have a number of gnolls and bugbear and a troll in our employ.
He seems to make a sound that reminds you of a needle scratching across a record. Oh.
And much of the reduced bandit traffic that you are seeing along the road is due to their efforts on your behalf.
Hmm.
And you'll like the future results even more.
That does pose an open question. All right. So I think what we're gonna do is he is going to make
A reaction roll?
a react. Well, I think this is what I want to do. Why don't you make a charisma roll
Lovely.
and tell me what you
Mhm.
get? Do you pass your charisma?
All right.
Is this a
Well, this is Sylric because Sylric's the one who's talking.
Holy shit.
oh?
I got it.
All right.
You got it.
So what's your charisma
9.
and what did you roll?
5.
Okay. So that's a 4-point difference. So you rolled pretty well. All right.
Mhm.
So he is as a level 2. I'm going to have him. No, I'm going to have him make a saving throw as a level 2. Right?
Okay.
And it'll be against. We'll just do it against. And we'll do it against paralysis. Because that's smack dab in the middle. And then I will add your modifier or the difference as a modifier. Get me?
Yep.
Okay, so he is trying to get higher than a 14. I rolled a 15. So he passes, but that is also going to subtract 4 from that. So effectively, he rolled an 11, which is a fail.
Hmm.
So he looks at you and he says, well, I suppose if they are doing good in the community and working behind the scenes and protecting us, I don't see how that would be too much of an issue. As long as well, I mean, as long as we can keep it on the DL. People aren't used to that sort of thing. Being terrorized for years. But no, I mean, as long as what you're saying is on the up and up, we have seen a drop in raids.
There was once a time where humans were not used to elves and dwarves, and vice versa.
And are we not strangers to our land?
Says the strangest of them all.
The human.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Okay, so I just guess I need to ask you why you're telling me all this.
So we're not going to make it out of the room alive. Oh wait, no.
We require permits to rebuild the moat house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Well,
And we heard you're a man who can get things done.
I am one of several men
Yes,
that can
but
get things done.
you're the tavern owner. You have sway. You have...
Well, what I would do if I were you, there's a village council.
Yes.
I will sponsor a bill. I'll bring this up at our next meeting. You would have to convince the rest of the council. Simple majority. Of the sincerity and benefits of having a monster-filled, fortified structure so close to our doorstep.
That is acceptable. When does the council meet?
Well, the council will meet in, we'll say, 1d4 days. Two days is our next scheduled meeting. I could table it if you don't feel you can get enough support, but it would be another fortnight before our next meeting.
Can you make it a little faster?
Can the wheels be greased, or?
How would they be greased?
Well, the moat house is under our control. We fulfilled our part of the mission that was given.
I grant you that. And normally I'd say it's yours to do what you will with it as long as you pay your taxes. But having housing the what could be perceived as the enemies of our town there might not be perceived as a benefit. Something like this I would want to put through the council so they know exactly what's going on over there. Now, you have, as you said, helped. You cleared out the moat house, or at least switched it so that it is not a current threat.
We have rid the barrows of foul and ancient evil.
You have rid the barrows of foul and ancient evil, and you found the remnants of the lost adventuring party that went looking.
We also disposed of the witch of Echo Cave.
Yes. So those are all points in favor of you, and I would use that when talking to Elder Jeru or Druid Napat or Turjam. Honestly, I think the people that would take more convincing would be Papa Win and then the two mercenaries. But if you can get everybody else in order, their votes might not count or count much. But obviously, the more you have on your side, the better.
Yes. Well, gang, do we go with the military or do we go with the...
Can I ask you though, why has it been so long since you returned?
Oh, you have no idea.
Because we did a
No, I
foray into the Temple of Elemental Evil.
Another needle scratches off of a poor classic piece of vinyl.
Where is that phonograph?
You went to the Temple of Elemental Evil?
What time have we had a choice?
And return to tell the tale.
Mm-hmm.
Barely.
And a very good tale it is.
I think that might call for another round of drinks. But what if you rile them up?
Just so happens we have a small army to deal with that now.
Shh. You weren't supposed to say the size.
Oh.
Oh, yes, you have your moat house.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like it would be a good selling point, yes.
Hmm.
And now his wife is calling him. Niphot, get your lazy ass over here. It's the lunch rush. What the hell are you doing?
The missus is displeased.
Well, we will let you get back to your day job, but I'm sure Squidder can be convinced to regale your lunch crowd with our foray into the Temple of Elemental Evil.
Why, yes.
As I'm sure you have
I
been
am
composing that ballad the entire
Break out the
time.
bagpipes. The entire time. Yes. I tend to call it the Tiamat that went down to the water deep. Well, it still needs some workshopping.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Waterdeep?
Hmm.
This
Well,
is Greyhawk.
It's artistic license. It's artistic license, I tell you. Artistic license.
I forgot.
All right. So Squidder is going to entertain the lunch crowd. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I guess I'm just kind of exploring, not really looking for anything at all because I've never been here before.
I just going around picking up a few odds and ends, more holy water, go by the blacksmith and say hello and buy some more iron spikes, just little things I've used over the course of adventure.
Bibs and bobs. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to, we don't have to go through any of that. You can grab the adventuring stuff that you need. Obviously, spent arrows and all that. Though I think you have like a shit ton cached away.
And then when that's all done, it's going to be 8:00 for the dwarf. I'm heading to the inn.
I'll probably join you shortly. But I can't think of anything else we need to do in town because I don't really know what's in town either. But I don't need anything.
Did you want to talk to the clerics or the druid about anything? That was part of the agenda. Was
I didn't beyond getting holy water.
Well, the druid is on the council, as are the clerics.
well, one of the clerics.
Well, one of the clerics. And we had a great time with the druid.
I can be talking to anybody. My charisma is god awful.
Yeah, mine's not so great either. Yet somehow we've gotten this far by talking ourselves out of a lot of situations.
Well, we can go as a group, I guess. We don't have to
Food
separate.
buys a lot. Yeah, just tell me what you want to do. If you want to go spend the night at the inn, if you want to go back to the keep.
Let's talk to the druid.
Okay.
Buddy.
Dude.
We're back.
Oh, it's like that.
Yeah, he's
I'm
a druid.
back. Dude, I am so stoked that you guys made it.
Yeah. You know
I
what
was
else?
worried for a little bit because you never came back. What gives?
We went to the Temple of Elemental Evil.
What? No. You're playing me.
No, man. Nope.
I haven't been there in 20 years.
Yeah.
Why would you go there?
To scope out and maybe do something about striking down this ancient evil once and for all.
Rat. You go, elf.
But we're in a little bit of a bind.
There's a bind? No.
A hang up, if you will.
Man, I hate that.
See, we didn't come back from the moat house because we took control of the moat house.
No shit. That's genius.
And we also put many of the creatures there in our employ. Real chill guys. And we befriended the tiger.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's a rad dude.
Yeah. We've made some arrangements.
I wouldn't want to get on his bad side, but yeah, he's a pretty righteous guy.
Yeah. But we're looking to do some renovations on the moat house, which would act as a line of defense in case our efforts at the Temple of Elemental Evil fail or bring consequences that are unforeseen. A bastion against the darkness, if you will.
Right.
But we need the council to make that happen.
Right, because you have all those gnarly beasts in there.
Yeah, they're good people, though. They deserve a chance.
I'm sure. Well, I mean, if if it's a Maya, I can't even pronounce the fucking shit I write down. I mean, he's no joke. If he vouches for you, and he doesn't have an issue with it, then I don't have an issue with it. I'll be perfectly frank with you.
Do we still have the talisman that he gave us? The claw?
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Dhagmark has it, if I recall correctly. Show him
What
the
do I
claw.
have?
The claw that the protector of the swamp gave us.
Yeah, that lets us get through the jungle. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Show that to the druid.
Okay. Look. Claw.
Yeah, I mean, look, I know a lot of the guys around here are square.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't cool, but me and if it's a mine, we go way back. And if he's gonna vouch for you, then I'm gonna take his word on it. And there's no way you got this claw without being on his good side.
So we can count on your support.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Now, can I interest you in a little bit of... We'll have these mushrooms, you see. Then he just starts going off about the virtues of psychedelia. How he swears that Jerry's a loot. Shot
Colors,
out blue
dude.
lightning
Colors.
while they were playing Box of Rain in Waterdeep. Which is odd because Waterdeep isn't even in this plane of existence.
It's mushrooms.
Yeah. All right. So the druid is on board.
Mm-hmm.
So now what are you guys going to do? We can now. I'm just going to say that my voice is going to die in a few minutes.
I vote we call it here because I actually need to go to bed.
All right.
All right.
So you guys are hanging with the druid, taking some psychedelics, and next time we can pick up with talking to the rest of the crew and maybe getting a little bit more lore. That's what you need the clerics for, lore.
Oh. Yeah.
And
we'll get it out of that quick.
Yeah. Sorry. I said, it's diseases of the cast, and I'm getting over mine. So thank you for playing, guys, and everyone who put up with me listening to my voice go raspier and raspier.
Your voice was fine.
Listening. And you do it again next.
All right.